Okay. Hi, my name is Steven, and this is my video for the It Gets Better project. First off, I want to say that it gets better. It always gets better. There's always a silver lining. The night is never as dark as you think it is. As hopeless as some situations can be, there's always hope. Um, Growing up gay is not easy. Um, some of us have it easier than others. I was bullied at a very, very young age, all through elementary school and middle school, for being gay. I feel like I knew that I was gay before most people realized those feelings. I definitely knew I was different. But even before I had shared that with anyone, I would be called gay, would be called a fag, would get pushed around, would go home crying. Um, I had all of two friends in elementary school, maybe. Um, but I told myself, true story, I told myself that it's okay because one day I'm going to be really, really successful. And all of the people that bullied me, that made fun of me, that pushed me around will be working for me. Or will be nothings while I am really successful one day. And that's really the driving force that got me through elementary school and intermediate school. And when I got to high school, I always did choir and theater, so I always had my group that was very supportive and very comforting, and it was a safer environment for me. Not to say that there weren't incidents, every once in a while I would hear a comment, I would see something. I was also a little more fortunate to grow up in a very big city. I grew up in Houston, and being in a big city, for me at least, was more of a safety net because there were more ideas moving around. It wasn't that quote unquote small town mentality that some people have. This is the way it is, and this is the way it's always been. I had a lot of people that were, supported me and what I chose to do with my life, and who I was as a person truly. Um, so I know it gets better. Just moving through school gets better. I grew up in a very Catholic household. Went to church every Sunday, every Wednesday, every Saturday. Um, and if anything, being gay brought me closer to my faith. I'm very proud practicing Catholic, and I love my faith. And if anything, being gay brought me closer to God, which is interesting because for most people, I hear that it drives them away. But it's possible to be religious and gay, and Jesus loves you. Jesus loves everyone. Um, Now I'm in college. I go to school for music theater, getting my Bachelor of Music. Um, so I want to say that everything is possible. You know, things can seem really dark, but if you stick it out and you fight for yourself and you tell yourself it will get better, it will get better. Um, I and so many countless others are proof of that. Um, I'm doing exactly what I love to do. I'm successful, and the people that bullied me are not successful. Um, the people that bullied me are, stuck, back where we grew up, and they're making nothings of themselves. While I am going out, into the world, and I am trying to make something of myself, and that's completely possible for everyone. And the people that I surround myself with and the people that I go to school with love me, and they love me for who I am. And so it gets better. It always gets better. Um, and there's so many resources out there to, the National Gay and Lesbian Hotline. You can just call and talk. There's resources on the web. There's so many resources. You're never alone. You are not alone. We are right here hoping and praying and rooting for you, and I know what you've been through, and I can tell you without a doubt that there's a light at the end of that tunnel, and you will make it through. You know, you have to believe, and life is not easy, but if you really want to, you can make it through, and you can be 1,000 times greater at the end of it, you know, than you were at the beginning. And the people that, you know, tormented you and taunted you and harassed you, you know, they're going to see, you know, you're making something of yourself and they're stuck. It always gets better. It always gets better.